Alright, people, I'm going to try to get this in one take with my assistants here. We are going to do an EDC video. Of course, these are EDC biological, what do we call these? Biological burglar alarms. Hey, Apollo, fix your ear. Okay, he fixed his ear. Anyway, what we're going to do, and I've been through all this before, and this is EDC that hasn't really changed. I'm just making an updated video. This bag I've been using now for a couple of years, and some of the stuff I've added a few things to it, but let's go ahead and go through it. Okay, y'all are going to have to move aside, of course. Now, the EDC bag, let me put this aside. I do not walk around normally with this around my neck. Now, if you see me carrying this in a Walmart or something, it's because I can't lock up a vehicle. I'm riding with somebody in a Jeep or something that can't be locked up. Other than that, this is basically, if you come get me and we're going for a ride to Nashville or we're going to town, I will throw this in the car with you. Okay? Now this, in the summertime, is more my EDC, what you will see me walking around Walmart with. Of course, I will leave this in your car too, because all it is a charger for the idiot device here. So there's the basic cell phone. It's a Galaxy Samsung S2. It's kind of like a little mini computer you carry with you. Not as good as a laptop, but when you slide it in your pocket, it'll do. Little way to, if I have to write down a phone number or give somebody else my info, got to have a thing. And of course, on my keychain is a, not sure which version of the Victorinox Swiss Army knife this is, but it's got scissors, screwdrivers, knives, can openers, all basic stuff right there. Not the biggest knife, not the smallest, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's a small multi-tool. This is the one that I don't use. I keep the blades on this one razor sharp. It's important to have two knives. One that you use for everyday tasks, and one that you keep ultra sharp in case you have to use it as a scalpel or something. So this is the one I keep sharp. This is a ResQMe. If your kids go to school or something and you want to fix your kid up in EDC, and they can't carry a knife. This right here does have a protected blade, and you could cut a seat belt with it, and it has a glass breaker. All you do is pop that on something and it breaks. Very easy to use. So if you have a child going to school or something, there's no reason I don't think they shouldn't be able to have one of these and one of these. And all this is a whistle, compass, and inside of it is a way to make fire. In this little waterproof container. That's all it is. So it's basically navigation, signaling, and fire making in this one little thing. So if you have one of those and one of these and a small little LED flashlight and teach the kids how to use it, that would be a good school ADC. Kid has to break out a window of the bus or something to get out of it. There's your tool. If they have a problem and need help, they got the whistle. So anyhow, let's go ahead. Of course, there's the usage knife, which is a buck Vantage Select, the cheaper version, because not afraid to beat on it. A couple of charcoal impregnated masks. These are good for nuisance level chemical stuff. So not, if you're having to drive through a tear gas thing, you could put this over and this would get you through it. It don't hang around, in other words. So this is good for nuisance level chemicals. Of course, in my bag, I got a pair of gloves. This is the cheapest version of mechanic gloves. Flashlight, 4/7 quark. And I'm getting older now, so if I want to read, I got some 1.5 magnifying glasses. I don't know why I have this in there, but it's a U.S. military compass, but it's there. In the south here, this is a mosquito bracelet. If I'm outside, I want to keep the mosquitoes away. And then there's these small little, this is a little bitty, I made it myself, first aid kit, basically just Band-Aids. It's got Band-Aids, a few medicines. It's got a fire striker, fire steel in there. So this is just a very basic little tiny thing. Plus another cord to charge the phone. Another micro USB cord, just an extra one. And heck, another magnesium block. Don't really need that in there, but I didn't have no other place to keep it, so what the heck. And of course, in here, I keep my billfold and a set of headphones for the jacket. And in each pocket, these are so cheap. Fire is so important, folks. There's no reason, just everywhere I go, every pocket you look in, there's probably a lighter. One of those cheap plastic lighters. So let me go ahead and put this over here to the side. And now, this is the bag. Let me move over here. Move, dog. Come on, back up, back up. This is the bag that's been around for, oh gosh, a couple of years now. And like I said, I don't carry this. This is just addition. This is what, if you come and pick me up, I'm going to throw this in the car. We go to the outside first. We'll do this side. There's a ham radio. This is 6 meters. It's capable of transmitting on 6 meters, 440 and megahertz and 2 meters. This is a tri-band. It has capabilities to receive all the way across all the bands. So receive capability is all over the place. And of course, got to have a little bit of water. I don't keep much water in there because, you know, if something happens, I'll swig that out and refill it. You got the basic metal cup, which is hard to get out. Oh, there's a little space blanket in here. That's why it's hard to get out. There we go. Space blanket. And then there's the, well, here we go. Get it out. Yeah, I don't edit my videos, so this is going to be a kind of a long video. And there we go. There's just the basic cup that this nests in like that and sits in there. That's all that's in there. It's stainless steel, so it could be used to make a cup of coffee or something like that, or a cup of soup. In the summertime, basically, as fat as I am, I don't need to carry any food with me. The only reason I would carry food is if it was cold weather. Even a fat person needs extra calories if it's going to be extra cold at night or something, because your fat doesn't energize that quickly. So if you're in a survival situation and it's cold weather, yeah, you need a good lifeboat ration or something like that is good to give you that extra boost if you're trying to make it through a cold thing. But this is not cold weather, so face it, fat people, you don't need any extra calories. All you need is some electrolytes. Alright. Okay, we went there. There's the ham radio. Let me turn it around to the side over here. We've got a multi-tool. This is the Leatherman Charge TTI. And there's a little tool kit right here that's got all the little bits in there. Some extra torque bits and stuff. Fenix TK, okay, I'll just look. TK15, I think this is around 400 lumens. Uses this is a secondary light, but it is a brighter light. So if we're out and we have to change tires or something, I will pull this one out, because when I put this on medium power, it'll burn for several days. These are all rechargeable 18650 batteries, which are the equivalent of 2 of the CR123s. And so got that there on the side. This here outside pouch is my navigation pouch. I call it the navigation pouch. It has, yes, I know it's cheating, but it's a Earthmate by Lorpen. This is the 300, PN30. It's rugged. It uses AA batteries, so there's rechargeables in it, and these lithium heavy-duty Rayovacs are enough for 3 changes in this after the rechargeable's gone. And as far as redundancy goes, there's a good compass. You know, I've got the cheapo compass for basic direction finding, and then we have the better quality one. This is a Brunton racing compass, I think they call it. Yeah, it's the Eclipse racing compass, circle over circle, wonderful little gizmo. So anyway, that's that compass. And in my get home bag, my bigger bag, I even have another compass. So, you know, 2 is, let's see, what is it? 1 is none and 2 is 1. And that just popped out, so I have to fix that after the video. Let me just go ahead and set that to the side then. Put the batteries back in here. And close this up, get it out of the way. Now, in the top piece right here, I keep basic stuff that we're going to need every day. Sewing kit, you know, sew on a button, just a basic already threaded needles. You get these for $1 at the everything's a dollar store. Q-tips, always need to clean out your orifices. Some Nasonex. Medicines. This is all this is different kinds of pain medicine, both prescription and because they are prescription, you got to have stool softeners, otherwise you'll get compacted. Most people don't know that. A couple of earplugs here in case I'm ever out with somebody and they want to go shooting. Heavy duty nail clippers. I have no idea what that battery's for, but maybe I have something. Oh, that's for the dog's flashlight. The dogs they wear around their necks, they have little flashlights. And that's all that's in that pocket right there. Basically, medicine, nail clippers, you know, a little bit of Nasonex. Rubber band, always need rubber bands for something. We'll put this back. And we have 2 more of those 18650 batteries here, charged up lithium batteries. And more batteries right here since they're so useful. A couple of AA's and a couple of AAA's. Gorilla duct tape around a credit card. And here's something good to always have. It's artificial eye wash. If you get something in your eye, chemicals in your eye, or tear gas in your eye, whatever you want to wash your eyes out, this is artificial tears eye wash, which is part of a first aid kit. I need to get some more of those to put in the first aid kits because your eyes are, well, if you can't see, well, it's just as bad as anything else. This little extra pack I got on here is really, I got nothing in it. I got an extra blade on there. This is just another Leatherman charge. Not a Leatherman charge. I'm sorry, a Buck Vantage Select. So there's 2 of them. A little knife sharpener there. I don't think there's something in here. Another insect repelling band and some antihistamines. But that's all that's in there. There's not really enough. This is, I would, if I had to take off on foot or something, I guess I would take the stuff out of my other little black bag and finish filling this bag up. This is a place that you could keep a firearm. I have no firearm, so I keep this is one of them super duper lighters. It actually, if you look at it, it's like a little tiny blowtorch. So this will light even wet stuff. Okay, let's turn it around again. Yeah, this doesn't really need to be on the outside, but it's there because I was messing with it the other day. This is a tourniquet. Non-lethal. Tear gas mixed with pepper spray. It's a tear gas pepper spray mix. Let's see here. That's just a receipt. And an extra pair of reading glasses right there in the front, if I was going to need to read, definitely right in the front. And there's the, whatchamacallit, pepper spray right in the front. Okay, so right here we have, in this first pocket, working type gloves. These are heavier duty gloves. Or a loaner glove. Either way, I could loan them, or these are, let's see, these are also mechanics with a little bit of leather on them. So they're the heavier duty mechanics glove. And if there's an EMP and you need information, this is a pocket reference. This is like the smallest, compactest encyclopedia set you can carry in your pocket. That's not electronic. If you get bored, you want to take somebody's money, got to have a deck of playing cards. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, there's my testing thing. Because I'm a tester for ham radio, I wanted to give tests. Oh, extra pair of scissors for cutting clothes off or anything else. Just a handful of Band-Aids. They must have been in there. This is what happens when you don't clean out your case a lot. They're just a pile of Band-Aids. Not just your basic stuff in that little pocket right there. Throw it in there. I mean, it could be more organized, but when you go in and out of something all the time, you're always getting stuff in and out. That's basically what I got it out here and why I'm making the video, because I'm going through it. And I should be throwing the Band-Aids out, but there's no better place to put them. So I'll go through this again after the video. So let me put my little ID card back in there in case I ever have to go to a testing session and give people ham radio tests. Of course, there's another little pocket here which has the Frontier Scout drinking straw. Now this is the Pro version, and the reason I like the Pro version is because you can screw that on top of any pop drink bottle in the United States, and you can fill your drink bottle full of water, treat it with a chemical tap, and then run it through here and fill your other bottle up. So you can take a 2-liter pop bottle, treat it with the chemicals, screw it up, screw this onto it, and then squirt that one full. So you can actually let it drip overnight while you're sleeping. You could set this up to drip through, or you could suck it through with a straw if you wanted to. But this has the capability of processing more. And the reason I went with this over the Life Straw is because the ability to screw it onto a standard Pepsi bottle or 2-liter pop bottle. So that will multi-purpose. So this is one thing, even if you're a fat person, you got to have water. Water, water, water. And there's more room in here, like I could put more stuff. Oh yeah, purifier tablets. You purify it and filter it. So clean water right there up front. And let's see what else we got down in there. Just some more tinder and some more matches, a wet fire, vacuum sealed. So that's all that's in that pocket. This is kind of a thin pocket right here. So let's put the Aquamira, the water, and I keep fire everywhere. Fire making stuff is in every pocket. You know. Oh, I missed this little side pocket here. There's a little side pouch. You don't want to use your knife to pry things. This was a EOD Robotics pry bar with a little edge on it there. It's got a little edge. Many people put paracord on these things. You can chisel with it, but it's good for prying stuff. You don't want to use your knife to pry. This keeps you from having to do that. And if you drop something where you can't reach it, there's a big old magnet on a telescoping rod. For butterfingered people, this is an essential. Okay, now let me go ahead. Oh, I'm going to open this little. This has got another little pouch right here on the side. There's an extra battery for my phone. The Laws Tennessee Annotated Code Pocket Edition. So if any cop wants to run his mouth, well, that's illegal. Yeah, show me where. Small little telescope, Tasco, cheap, but it's a monocular. I think it's like a 8 power, maybe 10. Another notepad in this one. And if you're trying to sleep in the daytime, folks, you can't beat those things. All you do is put that on and it blocks the light out. It's just a sleeping mask. Of course, a quick reference guide to that radio I've got, because that radio has so many functions, I can't remember them all. I mean, that VX7R that I carry on the side has so many functions, it's hard to remember them all, so I keep a cheat sheet there. And that's it for this pouch. Yeah, that's it for that pouch. Go ahead and shove this back in. Monocular back in. So now we can get into the big section. Man, this is going to be a long video. I get to run several commercials. Y'all going to have to watch several commercials for this video. Okay, and this one here is a electronics pouch. This is rechargers, chargers, repair kits for the flashlights. Anderson power pole to cigarette lighter to dual USB, extra USB cables, extra audio cables. If I need to do some electrical repair, there's some power pole stuff, different size fuses, automotive fuses, different sizes. One of the things I'd like to do if I was president is make standardized fuses in these cars. That way, you carry a standard fuse, and you wouldn't, well, at least all the government vehicles would be standardized. So everybody could have simple repair kits in their pocket to get them from being broke down on the side of the road. But that's just my opinion. Of course, I'll never be president. And let's see, we've got, charging thing for my audio device, another cord, another headset in here, and a little jumper cable, USB jumper cable. So this is just electronic accessories for those little electronic devices. But if there's an EMP, I can throw up most of this stuff away. It's like, okay, the ham radio would be burned up, and the GPS would be burned up, and the cell phone would be burned up. So I wouldn't need all this stuff if there was an EMP. Well, not all. I'd keep some of it because when I get home, I have stuff that is in shielded locations that I could use some of this stuff. But okay, I'm riding with you down the road and there's an EMP, our car's quit. This bag will lighten up by 2 or 3 pounds because there's some stuff in here that just no need in carrying. Okay, shelter. Gotta have shelter. This is one of the lightest weight nylon ponchos. Just a standard poncho. I left the cordage on there, so if I want to tie it up, even for a sun shelter. In the summertime, if you want to sleep during the hottest part of the day and travel at night, shade. You could use this to make shade. Okay, the most likely emergency I'm going to face if I'm riding with somebody or riding down the highway is first aid. I did a review on this with Skinny Medic. Skinny Medic gave me this kit, and I've added a couple of things to it, like the Israeli bandage I added, and I put some extra Band-Aids, regular Band-Aids in it, because, face it, that's what's going to get used up, is the Band-Aids. Band-Aids and little Neosporin ointment thing, so that's a first aid kit. That takes up more room than anything in here. These are heavy, my lightest, heaviest duty gloves. Condor. Yeah, I can put them on if I don't feel like hitting people. That's supposed to be a joke. And face it, if you are overweight, maybe even if you're not overweight, this is one of the most important things to have in your EDC bag. They're called compression socks. If you're overweight, and you retain, even if you just retain fluid, and you have to walk, and all that fluid is going to run down into your ankles and stuff, you're going to be in a world of hurt if you do not have full calf length compression socks. These compress your legs and keep your fluid up to your top of your body, or it helps anyway. If you do not have these, you're screwed, especially if you're a fat person. And I always keep my best pair of socks in the bottom. Face it. These are, oh gosh, I forgot the name of them, but these are the best socks, rated socks. They're super wicking and all like that. Maybe I'll annotate the brand name. Actually, I'll annotate and put the brand name to all this stuff at the bottom. And like I say, this is a $17 pair of socks. That's why I only have one pair. But, hey, if this is an emergency, you need the best, and it's in the bottom of the bag. So I would definitely want to change the socks and the compression sock. Yeah. Okay, inside here, paracord and a light. This is a kit by Survival Technologies. U.S. Survival Technologies. This is their Aquapack. It has a chainsaw whistle. This is a one-handed light ferrocerium rod. I think it's used by the United States Air Force, and their survival thing has a mirror, reflective mirror, one of those starlight things. I put some extra wet fires. They light even when they're wet. So this is a very good kit. That's bulletproof. Now this is something that fat people have to have in your kit. This is electrolytes. You're going to want to, every time you stop, drink 16 ounces, no less than 16 ounces of water in the summertime. You stop and take a break, you pull out 16 ounces. That's half a quart. If it's hot weather, you may want to drink a quart and squirt some of this in it. This is an electrolyte replacement because you will sweat. Fat people sweat a lot, and this is a necessity. In case you need a boost, there's an energy drink in there, or I need a boost. And, sanitizer. Got to be clean. This is simple saline. It's a nasal spray, but all it is salt water. So you can use this to wash wounds out as well as your nose. So, yeah, it says nasal spray, but all it is salt water. You can use this to wash out a wound. and in the summertime in the south. Bugs. I can't stress enough. This is 100%, 100% deep. It's called Jungle Juice. You can get it from REI. Let's see what else is in here. This is a wand, a signaling wand. Like I say, if I'm with you and your car breaks down and we're on the side of the road and I want to make a flashy, you know, like a little road flare type thing with my light, this will turn the TX15 into a traffic wand. Always got to have toilet paper. A little bit of Afrin for the stuffed up nose. A little bit of paracord. And that's basically it. Now this is not my long range get home bag. Now I have a get home bag that complements this. That has extended shelter stuff in it and extended water carrying capabilities, and it's in a backpack. But we're not going to do a video on that because we've already went 30 minutes just on the EDC bag. So if that gives you any ideas, I mean, like I say, my EDC is in layers. If I go anywhere in the vehicle, this goes with me. This might be the vehicle EDC. And, of course, you saw the telephone and keychain and stuff. And that's what you would see on me walking around in Walmart. And that other little flashlight. So, it's all layered. And then if I go to my other bag, it's... So, I've run my mouth enough. 30 minutes is enough for this one video. And it's my first HD thing. So, I'll just probably let this upload overnight.